turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Should we go over that positioning again?
Sorry?
For a meeting situation, should we go over that positioning again? If you just slow down here, where are you going to show me where you're going to stop?
I'm going to hold back about here.
Okay. And how are you judging that?
Oh, I can see the tires and a nice bit of tarmac there. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
You need to let me go now.
Why is it important that we stay?
And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right. And why is it important we're going to stay well back?
Oh, if I get too close, I'll really have to struggle with the steering, don't I?
That's right, yeah. And if we're too near the curb, Tony, what will people think if they're following us?
I'd think I'm parking, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And what's the consequence of that?
Oh, they'll overtake me and I might not see them and run into them. And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right. So what might you have here?
I can see one down the road, so...
Yeah. But we could have a meeting situation, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Two cars can't go down the middle.
No.
So you would have to think then where you could pull into. Especially if you've got a lot of traffic following you. Because there's no good you pulling in if you've got loads of people following you.
Yeah, I could have waited there, couldn't I?
Yeah.
There'd be loads of room.
There'd be loads of room, yeah.
Dropping behind me. And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. So what are you anticipating around this corner, Tony?
It could be a possible meeting situation, couldn't it? And there is as well.
Yeah. So what have you got here, right here?
Obstructions on my side of the road.
Yeah. So what's the best thing to do to check before you go?
Check before I go, I suppose.
Yeah, that is exactly. So
that's a trick question.
Yeah, it was a bit. So how you
I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn right here. Sorry.
You're going to turn right, okay.
How am I what?
I said, how are you going to? How far are you going to be from any parked cars that we've made?
Oh, doors width.
Doors width.
Yeah.
How are you judging that?
By that reference point you gave me earlier on.
Okay.
And
what would be the consequence if we get too close to the cars?
I end up with a 6-door car, don't I?
That's right, yeah. So it's important that you judge that correctly. So do you think you can judge that on your own now?
I'll try.
We've got a parked car here.
Yeah, I can judge it.
Show me. Yeah, that's perfect. So what distance were we from that car?
About a metre.
About
half a metre.
Why is it? And how did you judge that, Tony?
Oh, by that reference point.
Why is it important that we don't get too close to those parked cars?
Oh, because I end up with an extra door, don't I?
What would be the consequence of that?
You won't be very happy with an extra door, will you?
No, not really. We'll be on the roof. Okay, well, I think you're doing well with that judgment now. So I'll hand that back over to you.
All right, okay.
I'll just keep an eye on it. You're doing well with that.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left.
plenty of room, haven't I?
Yeah, I've got plenty of room, but can you see down the road?
I can now, yeah?
Yeah. But can two vehicles pass down here at the same time?
There won't be two vehicles coming down here because I saw a sign that says one-way system.
Very well.
I'm sure you saw that sign, Sabs. And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right, Tony. Tell me what you're thinking here.
I don't think there's a possible meeting situation here.
Okay.
But there's room for me to dive in there.
Yep. And how far back would you keep from the car?
Those tires and tarmac, so I've got room to go around the car.
Okay. What would happen if you you didn't keep your speed down and you just committed yourself?
What, here?
Yeah, and there was an oncoming car.
Well, I'm just leaving it that there. Hopefully they're going to stop. And I'd have to stop eventually, wouldn't I?
That's right.
And well, somehow they're going to reverse back, so I'd probably have to reverse back, wouldn't I?
Yeah. So, do you think it's important to be on the lookout for places that you could potentially stop?
Yeah. And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right. So where would you stop here if a car suddenly came along?
I could wait there, couldn't I?
Yep, you could wait in there. It's important as well, though, that before you commit yourself, you do look down the road, because obviously if there is a car already coming...
Where else do I need to look? And we're going to turn right.
I'm going to turn right. Well, when you're going to check, you're always checking your centre mirror anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, because if I had 6 cars behind me there was no point in me diving into that gap, was there?
No. That's what I was saying earlier to you. It's always important to know what's behind you.
No, I got a real bad memory.
Okay. If there's very limited spaces for you to stop, Tony, you check your mirror before you go. You see there's a lot of vehicles behind you. What's most likely to happen if you do go down the
And we're
road?
going to turn left.
We're going to turn left.
Sorry, what was that question again?
What are they going to do if you go down? If you've got cars following you?
Oh, they're going to dive in behind me, aren't they?
That's right. And then obviously, if you only get in the only one space that's available, and
Yeah.
they get to push through,
Yeah, I'd be okay, wouldn't I?
well, no, because now you're trapped now, aren't you? You're in a park position, near park position with cars overtaking you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, when you can see that there's a potential meeting situation, and there's cars coming towards you in the opposite direction, it's always best to keep well back and hold the traffic up that's following behind you if there's not many places to stop before you commit yourself.
So I'll probably go down a bit further, maybe.
Sorry?
I'd have to travel a little bit further and find a bigger gap.
Well, yeah, but you won't be able to do that if there is cars coming towards you already. Yeah?
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right.
Yeah, so what would I do then?
You'd keep well back. You wouldn't commit yourself
Alright.
until you can see that it's clear. So, even if it is your priority, you don't always take the priority. So in that situation, it might be just easier to let that one car through, give him the priority, get him out of the way, and then you can go.
We haven't seen many cyclists today, have we?
Okay?
We haven't seen many cyclists around today, have we? And we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left. Why do we normally?
Sorry?
Do we normally?
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit cold, isn't it? And we're going to turn left again, please.
And we're going to turn left again, Tony.
And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right. So tell me how you're judging that distance, Tony,
What distance?
between you and parked cars, yeah.
Oh, I'm using that reference point that you gave me. It really works. And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. And just remind me, what would be the consequence again if we were too close to those parked vehicles?
Oh, it'll take somebody's door off, wouldn't it?
Very much so. Or we just scrape their paintwork up.
I anticipated if I went out there, I'd be blocking the road, wouldn't I?
Sorry?
I anticipated if I went out there, I'd be blocking the road.
That's right, yeah.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right again.
And we're going to turn
Yeah,
right.
amazing. We haven't seen one cyclist today, have we? My lifelight's fallen on deaf ears, it was. So you could come back with a question like, and if you did come across a cyclist in this kind of weather, how would you handle it?
So, what would you anticipate if you saw a cyclist?
Well, I suppose it's not easy weather to cycle in, is it? Especially on some of them back roads where they're going to be riding out and moving around the snow and the icy bits, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'd have to anticipate them changing direction all of a sudden, wouldn't I?
So what would you do?
Give them
you
plenty
saw-
of room.
Okay. What would be the consequence of not giving them plenty of room?
If they move out, then I'd probably hit them, wouldn't I?
Yeah. So what will you do when you see a cyclist?
Check my mirror and give them plenty of room, especially on a day like today. Even a bit more room than normal.
But you're probably right because it's cold out.
You obviously don't ride a bike then.
So, apart from, obviously I know the anticipation is any road users, but is it only in reference of like meeting situation?
No. Any kind of situations, but obviously not pedestrian crossings, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, it's anticipation of any other road user, whether it be pedestrian, cyclist, any other motor vehicle, yeah?
Okay. But not just relating to the meeting.
No.
Just about anything that they could do or doing.
Yeah, we're actually doing 3 subjects, aren't we?
Yeah.
Meeting, clearance, yeah? And
Yeah.
anticipation, yeah?
Yeah.
Obviously anticipation has got to cover every subject, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, where do you draw the line in terms of anticipation?
Well, you can't draw the line, because you can't drive unless you're anticipating, can you?
No. What I mean is like, what should I, out of meeting situations or cyclists, should I be asking you on things like, oh, what do you think he's going to do, or...
If there's anybody there that's a potential danger to me, yeah.
Right, okay. So not just doing their general thing, if only if it affects us.
Yeah, what do you tie anticipation into?
Planning ahead.
Right, think about your hazard perception test.
Looking well down the road.
And what do you tie the anticipation into? If that pedestrian there now was walking a bit closer to the curb, what would be the first thing that you'd be wanting me to do?
Checking your mirrors.
Checking my mirrors, yeah. That's what anticipation is, isn't it?
Right, okay.
His mirrors, isn't it? Yeah? So if that lady there was walking a bit closer to the curb, the first thing I do is check my mirror, yeah?
Yeah.
If she gets a little bit closer to the curb, I'd probably check my mirror again and probably come off the gas, yeah?
Yeah.
May even cover the brake. And then if it develops that she steps off the pavement, then I'm going to have to stop, haven't I?
Yeah.
But I needed to know what was happening behind me before I do so, yeah?
Yes, that's right. So that's what I'm saying. So if people just like, for example, with pedestrians, they're walking well far away from the curb.
Not a
There's
problem.
no issue to talk about them.
Not a problem.
Right, okay. What about like them, how they're walking towards the curb?
Not a problem there. I mean, I saw one on one that I set in the back of a test, and it was quite a wide road, and the car on the right, pedestrians walked out towards the parked car there, and the PDI said to Ian, and what would you anticipate here? And by this point he was nearly past anyway. Now we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left.
And as he went past, he looked. I could see him looking in the door mirror. He says, "I anticipate they're actually getting into that car, yeah."
Right.
So in other words, he was saying that was it.
It was not needed.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to stop here, Tony?
I'm just going to check my mirror. I'm not going to stop. I'll use that roll and hold back.
Okay, lovely.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Why was you checking your mirror first?
Oh, because there could have been about 100 cars behind me, couldn't there?
Yeah. And if you know what's behind you, you've got time to react as well.
Yeah.
So what are you anticipating in around this corner?
Well, I can't say very much, so I anticipate there could be somebody parked here. Well, there could be anything, couldn't it? But now I can see across the bend and see right up to the next parked car on the right and the left. Can't
What
see
should you
much
do
now.
now?
I'm checking my mirror because I can't see much. Now I've got a good view.
And how should you keep updating yourself?
Oh, by checking the mirror, isn't it?
Yeah. Why is it important to keep yourself updated, Tony, with what's going on behind you?
Well, if I've taken the action, then I need to know if there's somebody very close to me, that action is going to have to happen a bit sooner, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left, please. So, how far should you be from them parked cars?
Oh, doors with.
And how are you judging that?
Now that reference point.
Why is it important to be that distance?
Well, I can see there when she opened that door, I still had plenty of room, didn't I?
That's right.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right.
believe it's Saturday today, isn't it? So quiet.
Really quiet, yeah.
It's half term as well, isn't it?
Yep.
And we're going to follow the road straight on, please.
And we're going to follow the road straight on. So, what do you keep checking, Tony? What should you be checking?
Where?
I'm talking about mirrors, basically.
Oh, yeah, good memories.
Yeah.